Hello, acorns! Today is Regathering Day, an Otherworld holiday. And this is Otherworld Holiday explaining Regathering Day. This is the footage of me redrawing Jake and Mary's wedding photo for their anniversary. They got married on Regathering Day, and I'll explain why later. But first, what is Regathering Day? What are we gathering? Why, it's the xinyanroupish that runs in your blood. Okay. Let's go back to the start. For those who know the story of the xinyanroupish, you can skip to the next chapter. So, there's two main types of xinyanroupish, and they have many names, but we'll call them hot or warm and cold. The xinyanroupish first appeared thousands of years ago when an edible plant was pulled out for agricultural purposes and it opened a door to a giant room and dust came out. Strange dust. And it came out with a terrifying force at terrifying speed. It was enough to remove your nose. Anyways, it went inside people. It runs in their blood now. It altered their appearance. It gave them certain abilities. Magic, as the humans call it. It's just our nature. So now we have the people of the hot or warm xinyanroupish and the people of the cold xinyanroupish. Some people have been speculating that xinyanroupish was used, and there was people of the cold and warm xinyanroupish before that explosion thing. But that's where we are. So, this room thing is stupendous. They put a lot of stuff in there. Now we call it a library. No one knows where it is. We have to keep it protected, blah, blah, blah. Make 7 keys, distribute them. The cold get 4, the hot get 3. Guys, imagine if they absolutely massacred and destroyed the ever-loving shit out of each other for a stupid key. So anyways, they massacred, enslaved, cannibalized, kidnapped, strangled, drowned, burned, tortured, animalized each other. By each other, I mean the worm did all that to the cold. But hey, let's not worry about that. At least not now. So, now you know the story of the xinyanroupish. So, the warm and the cold hate each other. So, now we move to a place that we're gonna call the West Kingdom, ruled by a bunch of warm people. The lady who controlled the king like a puppet, Leia Stefan Gallery, boo, convinced him to throw and dump all the cold people in a bunch of dirty towns and make them stay there, while Leia kidnapped a bunch of their children, mostly girls, and trained them to become maids and such. But that's not what happened, because the prince, who grew up believing what they taught him to believe about the cold people, once met with one of those kidnapped kids. He was scared of the kid, and the kid was scared of him, so the kid attacked him, and he fought the kid back, and he gave him a mighty princely punch that shouldn't be given to a kid, and he realized that it shouldn't be given to a kid when the kid ran away screaming how he wants his mom back. And the prince realized he was low-key a meanie. So, he went up to his mom, dad, and Leia and told them that they're a bunch of meanies, and Leia told him that he's an idiot. Anywho, one of the children Leia kidnapped was... God, I can't pronounce her name. We'll call her Margaret. Margaret was a powerful child, since she had 2 types of cold magic in her. Kind of like subgenres, you know? She had special abilities, and she was about the prince's age. You can guess what happens here. The prince starts hanging out with these kids more and more without the knowledge of his parents and Leia, and he falls in love with Margaret. And he also had 2 subgenres of warm xinyanroupish in him. From his parents, just like Margaret. So, at the end of the day, why is it called Regathering Day? Well, because after all the trouble they went through to get married, they did it on the same day Leia died of old age, now known as Gathering Day, because once they have their first child, that child will possess so much xinyanroupish that it looks like the Uno change color card. All the xinyanroupish is now regathered. That's why we wear those colors that symbolize all of the xinyanroupish people that are out there. So they had 4 kids, and their eldest child, we'll call her Mary, got married on the same day her parents got married. Regathering Day! Because you gather all the xinyanroupish in one blood. Yeah! You feel like you just got slapped in the back of your neck, I know. All of that just to say, oh, it's basically two sides hate each other, fall in love, regathering. Yeah, basically. And this story, I've told it a lot of times, but it was kind of put to a child-friendly audience when the story is not child-friendly. And I would have said a whole thing, but the whole thing is such a long story, and it's not just, oh, it's a long story. So, yeah, that's it for now. Now I explained the holiday, Regathering Day, celebrated in a lot of places. Now you know the story behind it and the otherworld chaos. The more you know about this world that you will hear of in my books when they come out. That's cool. Anyways, um, good night, acorns. That was the good night. It is night right now. Good night. Bye.